welcome to my YouTube channel. And obviously, as you see by the name of the video, this is going to be my birth vlog and kind of just me explaining what happened on the day. And yeah, so let's get into it. So I'm going to start from the 18th. Bearing in mind my daughter was born on the 20th. So on the 18th was my nephew's birthday and just a little family gathering, whatever. And I felt totally fine. Like, I felt like nothing was going to happen. I didn't even know I was going to go into labour 2 days later. So that's happened now, and I had cargo that day. So it was kind of like, you know, it just made my tummy feel a bit funny. That was the Saturday. Then the following day, the Sunday, the whole day I was just feeling funny, like my belly was hurting me. But so I thought it was something that I ate. So I called my mum and I was like, no, it's fine, like you'll know if you're in labour kind of thing. And I was like, this is not feeling right. So obviously I was living at my boyfriend's house, and I've now told him, I'm like, yeah, I don't feel good, whatever. He's like, all right, let me run you a bath. So I've got in the bath. I've just been in the bath for like majority of the evening. Then obviously I've called my sister now, and I'm like, yeah, I don't feel good. She's like, okay, I'm just gonna come just in case we need to go to the hospital. So she's come now, and then yeah, so we're just there kind of just waiting. I'm in bed and I'm just like, oh yeah, my belly's hurting me, da, da, da. So she's like, maybe these are contractions. So we start timing them, and they're like every 20 minutes, 20 odd minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. So she's like, maybe you should ring your midwife. I was like, I don't know. So I'm not sure if I rang my midwife or not, but either way, we kind of basically got dressed and ready just in case. But obviously before that, my mum was like, why don't you just try walking first, just to see if it kind of brings anything else on more stronger. Cool. So we got dressed, and then we basically took a walk from my boyfriend's house to like a nearby station. And I'll insert a clip now. Reggers, say hi to the family. Hey. Move it on. Move it to the belly. Sprouting. Sprout. All right, just stop. Come on, just keep moving. You're doing good. It is gonna hurt, but let's bring her out today. So from my boyfriend's house to the station, it takes roughly like 10 minutes. So obviously 10 minutes walking there, 10 minutes walking back. But it took us 40 minutes because I was waddling, I was in pain. Like, I was just like, what is going on? Like, this can't be, it can't be now, because my due date was the 25th and we were on the 19th. So I was like, nah, maybe it's just like, you know, my body preparing itself, whatever. So we've got back to the house now, and obviously the pains are coming a little bit more stronger, but obviously it's just irritating pains. Like, it's not like pain, like I could handle it. So I rang my mum again. She's just like, you know, if you really want to go to hospital, just go and check kind of thing, but obviously just let me know, so you know, if anything happens I can just come. So we've gone to the hospital now, and they asked me, you know, the questions like, oh, how many weeks are you, da, da, da. I was like 39 weeks plus 5 days, I think. 2 days. I was 39 weeks and 2 days. They were like, oh, okay, like take a seat, then they'll call you in. So they've called me in now, and obviously they're just looking at me like, what kind of pain are you in? Da, 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 da. Like, they weren't trying to take me seriously. I was like, it's hurting me, and it's like every 20 minutes now. But obviously by the time we got to the hospital, it was like every like 15. They were like, oh, okay, well, we're just gonna check you over, check the baby, just to see how everything is, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So obviously I'm waiting for them to come back to check me. And I'm gonna insert some clips of when we was in the hospital the night before.
Looking like you're in pain, my friend.
Yeah. I just had one.
Do you think you're gonna give birth today?
Not today, there's only like what?
No, but I mean, like, do you think this trip is gonna be the one trip you need, or we're gonna come back again?
I don't know, I think we're gonna come back.
But you'll come back by yourself. I'm not coming back.
Shut up, you have to. It depends on how long we're waiting here for. You see what's on the board?
What?
Are we on the board? Is there anyone else on the board?
I think that's your name. Yeah.
it seems like it's just us in here.
But do you see people waiting in the waiting room?
But she might be waiting to go inside. That's off.
Or was it on before?
It was just dim. I think the battery, either it's broken or the batteries.
Just leave it off. Thought of any names yet?
Shut up.
Being serious.
We got any.
So you still got to look good.
My lips are just dry. Silly. Oh,
What's that, another contraction?
yeah.
Is he taking the photo?
Yeah.
So cheeky, this man. This man, eh? When it's going, just tell me, so I can just put it on.
Yeah, it's going now. So.
Is it busy in there today?
If I say yes, you go no. If I say no, you're like,
It's alright.
that's all right. 57.
I can hear that it's okay. I'm just trying to find that place where we can be louder.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Okay, so they checked me now. They checked baby's heartbeat, blood circulation, all of that jazz, and then they gave me the vaginal check to see obviously if I've dilated, if my waters have broken, blah blah blah. So she's now done all of that and she's whispering to her colleagues. So I'm just like, what is going on? Like, they were just moving weird. So they've left the room, they've come back, and the woman's gone, well, by what we've seen, like you haven't dilated at all, your waters haven't gone. So I think it's just Braxton Hicks. I think you should go home and rest. So from there I was just like, but I'm in pain. And do you know what I mean? Like, it's not comfortable. She's like, well, that's what Braxton Hicks feels like, but no, your due date's for like another week. So I just think it's just that your body's preparing itself. I was like, okay, but obviously by this time I'm just annoyed now because I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I've come to the hospital for them to send me back home. It was just very annoying. So we've obviously got the bags and we're making our way home. But bearing in mind, I was with my sister, my mother-in-law, my boyfriend. And that's it, I think. Yeah. But on the way home, we got Chinese. So my boyfriend's like, yeah, just get something extra spicy, just to kind of, you know, chili apparently helps contractions or whatever. I was like, okay, yeah, get my food spicy. So we've come home now, I ate the Chinese and I'm feeling okay, but obviously the pain's still there. I took pain relief, so that kind of like settled my tummy. And then, yeah, I basically went to sleep and that was it for that night anyways. Then, what day was it? Monday the 20th. I get woken up by this sharp pain. When I mean sharp, it was just right in my belly and like my lower tummy, all of that. So I thought maybe it's the Chinese, like let me go to the toilet. I've gone to the toilet, nothing's happened. So I've come back into bed and I'm laying there trying to get comfortable. I'm not comfortable at all, but my belly's still hurting me. So I was like, nah, this is weird. Like the pain is a lot stronger than the pain yesterday. So I've called my mum now. And you know, sometimes when you just hear mum's voice, like, oh, is everything okay? I started crying. I was like, Mum, my belly's hurting me. My boyfriend's woke up, he's like, what's wrong? I was like, I'm in pain. My mum was like, yeah, I think this is it. She's like, okay, I'm getting ready. Your sister's gonna come and pick me up and then we're gonna come to the house. I said, okay. She's like, bath and get ready and all of that. So by the time we come, if anything, we gotta go. Cool. So get back into bed, because obviously it's like 8 in the morning. And me and my boyfriend were just chilling there. And obviously the pain kind of like went away for a bit. And then it came back. And I was like, hold on, that is like the distance of the pains yesterday was a lot further than the distance of the pains today. So I was like, let me start timing this because this is weird. And I had like a little contraction app on my phone. So I think it was like, I think they were like every like 10 minutes or something. I was like, imagine if this is it. He's like, no. I was like, yeah, nah, because yesterday was a, you know, I mean, it wasn't true, so it's probably not. And bearing in mind, the night before, like, we went to Tesco and we bought some things we thought was going to be in the hospital. And my sister was like, yeah, get pineapple juice because, you know, pineapple juice helps the contractions. I was like, okay, I didn't really believe her because from the Chinese, nothing had happened. So I was like, okay, whatever. So my boyfriend's like, oh, like, have like a cup of pineapple juice. Like, I'm coming back, I'm going to the toilet. I said, okay. I took a zip of the pineapple juice. I mean, I went from 0 to 100 real quick. As soon as I took the sip, I was on the floor. I was crying, I was screaming, I was shouting my boyfriend's name. He comes, he's like, what's happened? I was like, I can't move. I'm literally on all fours on the floor. His mum runs downstairs, his sister runs downstairs. What's going on? I was like, just crying on the floor. So his mum's like, okay, get ready, get the bags ready, call your mum, we gotta go, kind of thing. So obviously from there, I just couldn't really move. The pain was so intense. Like, what I mean, the pain is so undescribable. It's disgusting. It's So obviously from now, it's like the pain's kind of like, the time difference between the pains was just, it was varying. So it would be like 10 minutes in between, then maybe like another 15 minutes before my other one, then it'd be like 7 minutes. So it was just all over the place. So my boyfriend's like, okay, call your midwife and see what she says, kind of thing. So I call my midwife now, and she's like, oh yeah, sounds like you're in labour. And obviously I had a contraction. She's going through the contraction with me. She's like, you can do this, breathe through it. All on the phone. I was like, yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, it helped, but I needed pain relief ASAP. Like, my body was shaking. I couldn't even stand. Like, I could, like, it felt better when I was like crouched over. So I was crouched over the cot. I was like, I need to go. So that was probably maybe like 9, 10 o'clock. Then she was like, all right, call me back. Maybe in like 30 minutes to an hour, and then we'll see how you are, kind of thing. That's my baby. But yeah, so obviously time's gone now. My mum and my sister have come, and it's probably like 10:30, 11 o'clock. No, it's 10:30 because we reached the hospital at 11. So it's around 10:30. Call my midwife back, and yeah, I couldn't do it no more. She was like, oh my God, it sounds like you're quite far, kind of thing. Like, how long have you been feeling this pain for? I was like, since yesterday, but they sent me home. She was like, wow, you've done good, but get to the hospital like ASAP, kind of thing, so you could just check how far you are, because like, do you know what I mean? You could literally be pushing in the next 20 minutes and kind of thing. So we all jump in the car, we go to the hospital. So obviously they see I'm in pain. They remember me from yesterday. They were like, oh yeah, we think you're in labour now. I was like, oh yeah. Then they take me to the room to get examined. Obviously they check baby's fine. Then they do the vaginal examination again. Then the woman was there. She was like, oh wow, I think you're about 5 centimeters. I was like, She's like, yeah, I think you're about 5 centimeters and your waters are right there. Like, I can feel them, but they haven't gone. And I don't want to pop your waters. Otherwise, the pain is going to be crazy. I want to at least get you, you know, settled and all of that before any of that happens. So I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, I'm going to get the room prepared for you. And then, like, in the next 5 minutes, we'll go over to the room. So, what happened? Yeah, so I'm with my mum now. My mum's just like, oh, it's okay. She's rubbing my back. And I'm just there. I'm tired. Bearing in mind, my sleep was kind of limited the night before. woke up early the next day, so I'm flat out tired. Like, I haven't really eaten much because I lost my appetite during my pregnancy anyways. So yeah, yeah, so they've got the room ready now. She's like, all right, yeah, like we're gonna walk over to the birthing center. Bearing in mind, there's either the birthing center or the delivery suite, and the birthing center is where it's more of a midwife based suite instead of having doctors and all of that like on call. And obviously that's what I wanted for my like birth, because I just didn't want so much interference. I kind of just wanted it to be as natural as possible. So we've walked over there now, and when I mean the birthing suite was beautiful. It was so big and it was just nice. Like it was just a calming environment, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm gonna post clips of the birthing center, like the room that we was in, and the midwife basically checking me over. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking back at my laptop just so I kind of remember. So yeah, so we've now got into the delivery suite, got our bags like settled. My mum and my boyfriend's mum was obviously there as well. And the midwife, she's checking me over now, checking baby's heartbeat, and kind of just asking me what, like, how I kind of want to do this, whether I want to go in the birthing pool, whether I want to be on the bed, whether I want to walk around, be on the gym ball thing. But obviously, because I was in so much pain and I was so tired, I just thought, let me get some sort of relief of pain because it's too much for me. So I was like, okay, let me get in the birthing pool and see how that is. She's like, yeah, like it's nice. The water's really warm and blah, blah, blah. So she's now set the pool ready for me. I'm basically in there, and it was nice for maybe about 5 minutes because the water was like, you know, when you've got warm water, then there's just like, it's like a little bit hotter than warm, but it's still, yeah, you're still able to sit in it. That's how basically it felt. So yeah, it was nice for 5 minutes, and then the pain came back again. So I was like, yeah, Stephanie, that's my midwife's name. I was like, yeah, I need some different type of pain relief. And she's like, what do you want? And she gave me the options. Then I was like, yeah, can I have the gas and air, please? She's like, yeah, okay. So she set it up where she like plugged it into the wall by the birthing pool, and I was able to have it in there. So obviously once I started having that, then that's when the pain kind of settled. But with gas and air, it doesn't take the pain away. It just like, it eases the pain like when the contraction hits its peak, if you know what I mean. So it's like, once your contraction starts coming, you start blowing on the little microphone thing, and then yeah, it eases the pain. But yeah, it helped me a lot. I basically had that throughout the whole of my labor, until I got to about, I think I got to maybe like 9-10 centimeters. Then I needed something else.
Is
the
it
breast.
pushing down? I think the pressures. Take the breast. Push the pressure down. Push. Is the gas working?
Okay, so bearing in mind, we got to the hospital at like around 11 o'clock. Then I probably got in the birthing pool around 12, maybe just after 12 o'clock. And I was in there till about after 3. Yeah, until like after 3. Then the midwife, she must have come over and she saw the pool was starting to turn pink. Obviously, I was starting to bleed. And she was like, oh, do you think your waters have gone yet? I said, I don't know, like I'm in the water, I don't know. She's like, oh, okay, we'll have to like examine you anyways, because like the time has come for like me to examine you. Because I think they examine you like every 3 hours. And obviously, bearing in mind, I got there 11:03. I was due for my next examination. So I've gotten out of the pool and she was like, I'll go to the toilet because that obviously helps as well, like bringing the baby along. So I went to wee. Then obviously as I've wiped, I see there's a lot of blood. So I was like, okay. I told her, she's like, no, it's fine. Like, come on the bed and then I can examine you. So she's examined me now and she was like, yeah, you're still roughly 5 centimeters. And your waters are still there. So obviously at this point, I just thought, am I going to be here all night? Like, it kind of upset me. I just thought, what is going on? Then she was like, by now your water should have gone, kind of thing. Bearing in mind, you've been in early labour since yesterday. So let me consult with my manager and then we might have to break your waters. So 5 minutes, she popped out, she came back, she was like, yeah, we're going to break your waters because you're moving in the right direction, but we just kind of want to aid you. So I was like, okay. And that didn't hurt. So she's got her tools and whatever, and she broke my waters. And then she was like, okay, like the pain might become real intense now. So if we need anything, let me know. She's gone back to the computer to write up the notes and whatever. And probably like 10 minutes later, yeah, I wanted to just dig myself in a hole. The pain went from maybe like 100 to like 10,000. And I didn't know what to do with myself. Bearing in mind, my belly's big. I'm all trying to move on the bed. I can't really move on the bed. And it's just very uncomfortable. So I was like, is there anything else? Like, I need the epidural. I need it. So obviously my mum and my mother-in-law were like, no, like it's going to slow things down. Like, you can do this kind of thing. I was like, I can't. Like, I actually can't. Like, it's hurting me. My boyfriend's like, no, you can do this. You can do this. I was like, all right, is there anything else? Like, is there anything stronger? Like, what else is there? She was like, well, you're already on the gas in air. And there's this other, like, sort of injection. I've kind of forgot the name, but I'll just put it somewhere there. So she was like, yes, basically the feeling of being on gas and air, it's just an injection and it's kind of like there permanently just for an hour. I was like, okay, yeah, can I have that? And then if that doesn't kind of help, then I'm gonna need the epidural. She's like, okay, I just need to get it signed off by a doctor, then I'll be back. So she's gone for another like 10 minutes now, and she's come back and she's given it to me in my left leg. Yeah, that injection hurt. It felt like, you know when you're at the dentist and they numb your gum? That's what it felt like, but in my leg. So it stung quite a bit, but the pain that I was going through, that was nothing. So yeah, I've got that done now and I kind of waited for it to kick in. It didn't take long, and it's just like I just felt real mellow. Like it felt like I was looking at myself, if you know what I mean. It's like I was tripping and it made me really tired. Like I was almost about to fall asleep. The midwife was like, no, like try not to sleep kind of thing. I'm going to examine you again. But I think this was maybe at like 4. So like an hour later. She was like, just bearing in mind the fact that we've like broken your waters, let's see whether it's like done a dramatic kind of change or whatever. So she's examined me again. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah, like, you feel roughly about, like, 10 centimetres. Like, I think it's time to go. I was like, huh? Girl. Yeah, so she's like, yeah, so like whenever you need to push, go for it. I was like, okay. But obviously now like the pain is hitting me. I'm all sweating, I'm all getting ready. My boyfriend, he was on my right side holding my hand. My mum and my mother-in-law, they were holding my legs. I was ready. So obviously contractions come now. I've had the urge to push. I was like, I need to push. She's like, do what your body tells you to do. So I'm pushing, and it just felt like nothing was happening. I was pushing, I was using all my strength and might, and nothing was really going on. She's like, oh, like I can see her head. I was like, huh? So my mum and mother-in-law, they're like, yeah, we can see her head. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, have a feel. So I've now put my hand down there and I feel just hair. I was like, she's like, yeah, she's got a lot of hair. I was like, okay. So obviously I'm still pushing. And then yeah, once her head popped out, it's like it took maybe like 5 minutes for the next contraction to come on. But obviously before that, the contractions were quite regular. So the fact that her head's out now, just chilling there with her head in between my legs basically. But my legs were like, my legs wanted to basically shut. Like, I think that was probably the most painful. Then once her head came out, it was fine. Then obviously when her shoulders and the rest of her body were following through, that hurt also quite a bit. So obviously now I'm pushing, pushed. Baby was delivered. But my baby, she didn't cry. And that was another scary thing as well. So when my baby came out, she didn't cry. And my boyfriend was like, what's going on? Like, couldn't someone speak? Because I think I had 2 midwives in there when I was pushing. And they weren't trying to say nothing. They were all rubbing my baby down. They were like, oh, like, she's probably just in shock kind of thing. But my baby, she's just looking around. Like, she's like, where am I? She just looked shocked kind of thing. So they've obviously taken her over to like the little bit over there, and my boyfriend's obviously followed, and he's just obviously trying to see what's going on. But the fact that my boyfriend's face was calm, I could then also be calm. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm just waiting now. And obviously once I'd pushed, the other midwife had left, so it was just my first midwife that was in the room. So she had like a lot of work to do. She had to then, you know, figure me out, see if I've, you know, tore down there or anything, then also deliver the placenta. And she also had to make sure the baby was fine because my baby didn't cry. So they needed to see whether she was breathing properly, XYZ. So what happened? I can't remember. I think they were trying to see whether the baby was fine. So they've called someone from the NIC unit, and obviously this man came and was just basically checking over my baby, and obviously was rubbing her down, whatnot, while my midwife was attending to me, because obviously she was like, oh, I think you tore. I was like, I don't know, like, I'm just in pain, I don't know what's going on. She's like, all right, I'll check for you. So obviously I'm still watching what they're doing with the baby, rubbing her down. Then she obviously cried a little bit. Then he was like, oh yeah, she's probably in shock. But obviously I found out after that whatever she had given me in my leg, that type of pain relief, can also have an effect on the baby, especially if it's like quite close to like delivering the baby, if you know what I mean. If I had that in my leg much earlier, then it wouldn't have really affected her as much. But obviously it kind of affected her, so it just like made her a bit drowsy and whatever, which is why she didn't like come out and cry as like normal babies would. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so now my midwife, she's you know, checking me, whatever. She's like, yeah, you've tore, it looks like a 2nd-degree tear. I was like, okay. So she's obviously wiping me down there and it's hurting quite a bit. She's like, yeah, just gonna sew you back up. And then I'm not sure whether I delivered the placenta before or after, but either way, delivering the placenta, that was fine. So yeah, then that was basically it. She was like, that's it, like, you can go take a shower. I was like, okay. So my boyfriend helped me up off the bed, and then I went to go take a shower, and I felt absolutely fine. Like, I felt like I hadn't even pushed out a baby. Only things I was just sore, as you would be, but yeah, I felt fine. Yeah, after I had a shower, and then obviously they cleaned up the bed, all of that stuff, and then his family came, my family came, they saw the baby, and then yeah, that was it. They took me to the like the recovery suite kind of place. We got settled, and then that was it. But yeah, my delivery was quite good. My pregnancy was quite good. So I was just shocked at the end of it because I didn't know I could do it, but I did it. Like, I actually did it. And my baby girl, she's so beautiful, and she's growing every single day. Currently she's 3 months old, 3 months and 2 weeks to be exact. But yeah, that's basically it. Like, so we on the way home. Baby was born yesterday. So happy to be going home right now. So that's basically it. Like, that's my birth experience. That's basically my birth vlog. Like, I actually got the midwife to actually record everything that was going on, and I've got a video of that, but it's a bit too explicit and it's quite personal. So yeah, but it was great. Like, I'm just loving being a mum right now. And as I said, yeah, she's just so beautiful. But anyways, thank you guys for watching my first video. I hope you guys liked it. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to share. Share with everyone. Your sister, your friends' sisters, your brother, do you know what I mean? Just everyone. Your grandma, your granddaddy, everyone. But yeah, that's all. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.